We're not touching our skin, Barry. Welcome back to Coco's World. Today I'm going to tell you my 10 steps to clear teenage skin. So about a year ago, my skin started to get quite bad. I got I would even go as far to say acne on my forehead. It wasn't on my cheeks or my chin or anywhere near my nose. It was just my forehead. And at first it was okay. I was like, this is just a phase, it's going to pass, but it just got worse and worse. And I searched up hundreds of videos of how to get clear skin overnight, and none of them worked. And there were a few things that I kind of still use now, but they don't work. But I basically had to find everything myself, and now I have practically clear skin. I have a few spots now and then, but apart from that, I literally don't have to wear any makeup on my forehead or my cheeks anywhere anymore. Hopefully this can be your realistic guide to clear skin, because some videos are buy this product but it's literally £60 and you're like, honey bun, I'm broke. Obviously it's going to take a bit of perseverance, but if you carry on, hopefully you can get clear skin like moi. If you guys are new here today, make sure to subscribe, turn on that post notification bell, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and let's go. So the first step might sound a bit cliche, but it works, and that is to drink lots of water. I hate drinking water, it's tasteless, I just don't like it. So this was really hard, but I found that if you pour a litre glass of water, and if you put a little bit of juice dilute or something, then it tastes nice, but it's still water, if that makes sense. And obviously you're not going to drink 2 litres of water one day and then wake up with clear skin the next. It will take a week of consistently drinking loads of water. And actually the more you drink, the thirstier you get, so it becomes easier over time. And also drinking water is just not just good for clear skin, it's just good for you. It keeps you hydrated, it keeps you healthy, stops you getting headaches, especially in online school. It also helps to get a cute bottle or a cup, because you can actually measure how much you're drinking, which is good. And also because if it looks pretty, you'll have a bit more motivation. The second step actually sounds kind of weird, but if you think about it, it makes so much sense. And that is to change your pillowcase every 2 days. So when I searched this up, they actually said change it every day, but I thought that was that's a bit much. So what I do is every 2 days I put on a new pillowcase. One night I have the pillowcase one way, and then the second night I flip it over, and then I put it in the wash and get a new one. So the reason for this is when you're sleeping on your pillow, you sweat, and all that sweat and oil's going into your pillowcase and it's staying there, and you're on your pillow for hours. And then just think, I can't go back to having the same pillowcase for more than 2 days, because you're putting your face back on all of that oil. Ugh. When I started changing my pillowcase, I saw results, and I was like, whoa. And now my mum gets mad when she sees a pillowcase in the wash every 2 days. She's like, Coco, you're gonna have to start doing this yourself. I'm like, oh, it's just a pillowcase every 2 days. Tip number 3 is to not pick your skin. This sounds really hard, and I know I find it so difficult to not do this. Say you have a spot, all you want to do is pop it, but you just can't do it. And actually when you pop it, it can actually cause the bacteria to spread to actually cause more spots, and you don't want that. And I actually saw this hack that was to get a potato and cut the potato and put the potato on your spot, and it brings down the redness and swelling. I haven't tried that yet, but put some spot cream on and just try and forget about it as much as you can. Speaking of spot stuff, my tip number 4 is to get yourself a good spot cream. I have tried so many spot creams. I tried those TikTok spot patches, I tried tea tree, I tried this really expensive one from Kiehl's, but it just did not work until I found this one, and this is a lifesaver. This is the Kate Somerville Blemish Treatment, and this stuff is a miracle in a bottle. One, it's pink, isn't that a good sign? And what you do is you get a Q-tip and you put it in, and then you put it on your spot because you don't want to put your fingers in it. And oh my gosh, if you have like a spot with a head and you put this on, it's gone. The head's gone the next day. It basically dries out all the oil on the spot, and it actually is quite expensive, but it lasts a long time and it's worth it. Tip number 5 is to stick to a simple skincare routine. So before I got into like a proper set skincare routine, and this is when my skin started to get quite bad, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I need this, and this. And I had like 6 steps to my skincare routine, and I was putting so much stuff in. I was buying all the ordinary products, all the salicylic acid products from CeraVe, and I was putting all on my face twice a day, and I was like, all this stuff, like it's bound to make my skin better. It made my skin 20 times worse. I actually argued with my mum over this. She was like, Coco, you need to cut down your skincare routine. So my regime is I use the salicylic acid smoothing cleanser, and salicylic acid basically stops oil producing on your face throughout the day. So this is really great, but maybe if your skin's quite dry and it's like prone to dryness and flakiness, I'd suggest using this only once a day, because if you use it too much, it can dry out your skin. Because I was really obsessed with getting rid of the oil, so I was using as much salicylic acid as possible, but my skin got so dry I couldn't smile. I was literally like, so then I switched just to the CeraVe moisturising lotion because it's not scented, which is really good. I would recommend not using scented products as they like irritate your skin, and it's also, most of it's artificial. So the 2 moisturisers that I recommend are the CeraVe moisturising lotion and also just Boot Simple moisturiser. It's like, that's relatively cheap, and it moisturises your skin. It's not scented, it's cheap, it's just amazing. And that's literally it. It's 2 products, and you're probably thinking, well, that her skin's gonna go bad in like a couple of weeks. No, I've been using this for like a couple of months and my skin's been flawless. Tip number 6 is to not wear makeup every day, and if you do, to lighten it up. I know it can be really tempting when you have spots and you just want to cover it up, and when my skin was like at its worst peak, it was when I was going to school and I was like, oh, I don't want to be judged, so I was putting concealer on in the morning and then at lunch to like top it up. That just made it so much worse, and that's why I think online school is a good time to start perfecting your skin, because you're on Zoom and you can actually touch up your appearance on Zoom. So like I said, now's a really good time to not wear any makeup and just let your skin breathe. Tip number 7 is to get pantothenic acid pills. I know this sounds really scary, but these are basically just acid pills. They're all natural. They're from Holland & Barrett, and you don't need a prescription for them because they're all natural. And I know because I recommended these to some of my friends, and they said, their parents said, oh no, I don't want you taking pills for your skin. But these are completely natural. It actually says this is for mental performance and reduction of tiredness and fatigue, but I saw somewhere that these were good for skin. So I took one a day for months, and this improved my skin. They are actually really big and thick. She's thick. They are quite expensive. It's like £20 for this bottle, but there are 100 in there and you only need one a day, so it's worth it. Tip number 8 is to get a face shaver. Again, I know this sounds kind of scary and a bit like, why would you want to shave your face? But basically what this is just a little blade, and it's not that sharp, like you can rub it against your skin and it won't cut it. So what this does is it takes off the dead skin cells on your face and also like the peach fuzz. So this not only gets rid of all the hairs on your face, so your skin already looks like more plump and more just like colourful, but it also exfoliates it because it takes off the top layer of your skin, like the dead skin cells. And say you have any spots, and this is actually good for acne scars, because I've had like a spot and it's gone, there's still like a red mark and it's been like, well, why aren't you going away? And I've done this and it's just gone. You obviously wouldn't use this every day. I think the last time I used this was like 2 months ago maybe, and I'm gonna do it again soon, maybe before I go back to school, if we ever do. And when you take off all the dead skin cells and all the peach fuzz, when you use your products, your skincare products, the product penetrates your skin more, so it works much better. Is I get moisturizer and I really like soak my face in moisturizer, and then I do it upwards like this. It's got a cover, don't worry. And then I put it upwards, and then it's so satisfying because you get a piece of like toilet paper and you wipe it and there's just like loads of hair. It's grossly satisfying. Tip number 9 is to be sanitary with your skin. So if you think about it, like you touch a doorknob and then you touch your face, you're really just transferring bacteria onto your face. So try to minimize the amount of contact you have on your skin. I know in one of my singing classes, one of the teachers likes us to massage our faces, and I know me and Inez, we always go, we're not touching our skin, Barry. So I just searched it up, and the average human actually touches their face 16 times an hour. That's great. I just did it. So we touch our face so many times without even realising it. So just try to be like more aware and like not make a habit of it. And when you're actually doing your skincare routine, you should wash your hands before, so you're touching your face but it's like all clean. And if you have like a pot of product, if you don't wash your hands and you put your fingers in, you're putting all the bacteria in the product. And the final step, and probably the last resort, is to seek help from a doctor or a dermatologist. So my skin was really bad, and before I started doing all of this, my mum was like, let's just email a doctor. So we did, and we didn't even have to go in. The doctor literally just said, all right, just send some pictures of your skin and I'll prescribe you something. So we emailed some pictures of my skin and they just sent a prescription, and we went and picked it up, and it was this stuff. And when I first started putting this on my forehead, it burnt so bad. I used it twice a day, and then my skin was clearing up, and then I started using it once a day, and then now I only use it every couple of days. And I think I stopped using it for like a week, and then my skin was like, it stayed normal. It wasn't like my skin was relying on this stuff. So if you've tried everything and nothing's working, I do recommend seeing a dermatologist or a doctor. So guys, that was my 10 steps to clear skin. I hope you use these tips and your skin gets better. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Sachet away.